Okay, so we're back again, and I have blanched the almonds. So basically you just boil the almonds and then you drain them. You can rinse them off if you want. I actually didn't rinse mine off. I just put them out on a board and then hold them for just a second, and then the skins slip right off. Fabulous, kind of fun. So now what I'm doing is I have them on the stove. I put in about, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of oil. It can really be any oil that you want. You could even use argan if you want. And now I am just sauteing these up a little bit, getting them nice and brown, bringing out some of the flavor. So we'll do that for just a few minutes here. There's about an hour left of the fair, and perhaps threatening rain. We'll see. I hope it doesn't rain before I have to take everything down, because that would be kind of messy and wet. And today's kind of cold, and I don't like to be cold and wet one bit. Not one bit. Warm and wet is okay. Cold and wet, not good for you. So here I am. Got to keep these shaking around a little bit. Don't want them to burn. So keep those shaking. Might turn it down just a little bit. I had it on medium high. I'm going to take that down just a wee bit. Just want to kind of get them all brown there. There you go. Can you see it better? Sometimes it's a little hard to see what you guys are seeing. I'm doing my best though. I want it to be just the right temperature for browning, but not burning. Do not burn. Never want to burn anything, of course. A little snappy pop there, probably a little moisture still in them. They smell really good too. They smell nice. So I just have the Tagine set aside right now because I only do have the single burner here at the fair. And Willie Mason is playing right now on stage, who I adore. So I've been dancing in the booth a little. Quite nice. It's been a lovely day. Sales have been nice. I'm pretty pleased. I'd love to sell a few of these bigger things before the end of the day. Like a giant rug would be pretty awesome. That would definitely make my weekend. But even so, I'm very happy with the fair. I will be doing it again next year. These almonds are about there. You can see how they're pretty good. I might not want to do them any more than this. And I'll probably just go straight to doing the sesame seeds after this and get those put aside. So now I'm going to just pour them out in a little, I might try to fish them out a little because there's a little oil there still. So I'm big into just using what I have to achieve my needs. So there's a little oil left in there I want to drain out. Just going to use this Bubble Supercar packaging to get the oil back in there. And now put my sesame seeds in, which are hopefully still decent. It's been a long time since I've used these, I don't know. Take that off. I don't know, I might have to skip the sesame seeds. These look fairly questionable. Because on the Vineyard, we love to have infestations of bugs. This is very frustrating.
Ollie.
Maybe I'll try to do a few. Why not? What's a bug anyway? This thing is going around a little bit, moving around. Next time I would probably bring like a little wooden stir to kind of have having one cooking tool might be a good idea. I mean, I could go find a stick in the woods, I guess, but... Now, sesame seeds can sometimes burn very quickly. I'll use the knife guard to it. There. Oh, yeah. That works really well. You don't have to be all fancy. You can just use what you have. I like to just use what I have. And then, of course, when you're at the fair, you don't have a lot. So now I'm going to turn off my burner and find a little bowl for these guys. Keep them moving around because your pan can still be hot, and even after you take them off the stove, they can still burn if your pan is hot enough. Just until that pan cools down, you want to keep moving them around because, like I said, they're little bitty seeds and they can burn very, very easily. Sesame. So let's see. Wipe out this handy dandy little green Moroccan bowl. I sell these beautiful Moroccan bowls. They make them in Zagora, Morocco, and they have a magnesium glaze. Hello. And they're really handy for, especially for cooking like this and putting your little bits of things in the separate bowls, which I like to do. One of the benefits of outside cooking is, you know, just splash it on the ground there. Easy cleanup. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is turn my burner back on and put some more water in. I'm going to turn it on about medium-high right now. Fetch my water. Having some mint tea, of course. All day with the mint tea, getting me through the fair. So now I have my pan back on. And I'm going to put some water in here. Not too much, because you do want to kind of caramelize the prunes and the apricots. So again here, I'm using what I have. I just have the packaging from the bubble gun that Dexter got earlier. Woohoo! Oh well, lost a few of those. Like I said, no big deal. Back to the earth they go. So now we'll wait for this to boil. And then we're gonna cook it for about 5 minutes. I hope you can hear the music in the background. That's Willie Mason. He grew up on Martha's Vineyard, but he does tour all over the world. He's a really great guy. Really good musician. He plays at the library sometimes, so I'm a big fan. It's kind of chilly out today. So it's kind of nice being by the big Benny Lorraine rug because it keeps me warm. And it blocks some of the wind, so it's quite nice. Oh, yeah. It's winding down here at the fair. We have about an hour left. And I'm gonna start doing a little cleanup. Don't need my saffron anymore. Put that in my bag to go home. More tea. I could drink a whole pot by myself. It's terrible. All day. It's obligation. Yummy. Me, I'm hilarious. I'm ridiculous. I'm gonna pump this up a little bit because it's not boiling yet. Let's see, let's try one of these almonds. I wonder if they need a little salt. Oh, that's so good. Yum. It's gonna be so good when it's done. So now I have these little spices that I got in Morocco. I've actually put up for sale, but I'll use a little bit of them because nobody's bought them yet. Now my recipe that I'm sort of following, which is from L'Atelier Madada in Essaouira. I took a cooking class there when I visited Essaouira with the Yoga Adventurers Worldwide group, which was fabulous. That is the reason I went. Well, the reason I went to Morocco for the first time was because I became obsessed with the color Majorelle blue, and I learned that that color was from Morocco. And so I had to go to Morocco and see this land that created this beautiful color. And in fact, it is the color that I'm wearing. I'm completely obsessed with it. And I ended up putting on Facebook that I was going to go to Morocco. And my friend from college posted the next day on my timeline that she runs yoga workshops in Morocco and I should do that. And so I did, and now here we are. Hi, how are you? Good. Everything here is from Morocco. It's all handmade. Okay, so we do have a little boil going here. Just starting to get going. Hi. So we'll let this sit a few minutes. I'll be back. So it is starting to rain a little bit. Hopefully not much. No. It's a bummer because I don't want to pack up this whole booth when it's wet and nasty. But if it starts raining for a while, I'm going to start taking things down and putting them away. Yes, this is my handy dandy stirrer today. Chilly today, I can't believe it. We went from about 84 yesterday and super humid to maybe 72 today. Music has been really good all fair long. It's been very nice to have in the background. It's fun to hear all the sounds of the fair. And I've learned that screaming doubles after dark. Ooh, funnel cake. I have not had funnel cake yet. Maybe that'll be my dessert today. Oh, my dad used to play this song. Huh. That's so cool. Alright, I worry maybe I put a little too much water in here with the prunes and the apricots, but we'll keep boiling it. Maybe it'll boil down some. You want them to absorb all the water and kind of, what is the word? I can't remember. Hi, Stacy. Are you missing the fair? It's been pretty fun. So luckily it does look like it was just a little sprinkle. I looked on the radar earlier and there wasn't anything until late tonight. I don't quite know what to do because I'm supposed to usher the Michael Pollan talk over in Chilmark tonight at 6:30. But I have to take my whole booth down. I think I may have double booked myself. Over there listening to the music. Let's taste these. I'm so not sure about these sesame seeds still, but... Oh yeah. The sesame seeds are pre-salted. It's like a little mix that I have called tomasio. It tastes good. It'll be good. Yum yum. It's really fun to cook at the fair. Hi, how are you? I love Willie Mason who's playing right now.
Oh, you do?
I do.
I'm like, is she singing? Is she chanting?
Well, I'm actually doing a cooking show.
Okay.
At the same time.
Oh, where?
Plus dancing to Willie.
I don't wear the camera.
It's right there.
Oh, keep going. Keep going.
Nothing's really happening right now, which is why I'm dancing to entertain all my fans, my many fans. Or at least to entertain myself. That's more like it. Everything here is from Morocco.
Looks like a weapon.
They did use them to defend from intruders. Women in the southern Sahara Desert of Morocco would wear them both for as jewelry and as defense.
I like it. They get that on my hand. I don't know.
Well, you know, I wear them. Your hand looks actually smaller than mine. It doesn't smaller than mine. So you kind of feel like you're displacing your bones putting them on.
Oh.
But it's so worth it. I wear these when I'm like really down about things.
Yeah.
And I'll put these on and then I'm like, I can take on anything.
I know. That's...
We're talking about the Ayutthaya bracelets. Of much interest. Nobody's taken the plunge yet, though.
How much is it?
Those are $20.
That's pretty. I never put on my...
Yeah, that one's a little long. It's one of the longer ones I have. It needs a tall person to love it. Which one? That is more of a wall decoration because it's so big, it would be difficult to wear it as a necklace. That is a necklace. No, it would be tough to give that one away. Take a brochure. It tells about my company and our mission for sustainable art. You're welcome. Uh-oh, I just realized that this is melted a little bit. Did I do that? Every time I say, did I do that, I always feel like I'm channeling Urkel. You guys probably don't know that reference, but some of you might. Okay, so this is looking pretty good here. Maybe boil it another few minutes just to see if it soaks in any more juices. And then we're gonna put some cinnamon in it. And it also says crushed juniper berry and Arabic gum and orange blossom water, but I don't have that. Oh, well, how nice. Somebody that met me at the fair just emailed me about Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan has really amazing jewelry. He has this incredible collection that he showed me on his phone. They use silver and carnelian exclusively. Really fantastic though. Not quite as ornate as Moroccan jewelry. Doesn't have quite the etching that Moroccan jewelry has, but it is really beautiful. Willie's still playing. Maybe I'll pour off just a smidge of water. Now we'll keep that going, see if we can't get it all to soak in. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, looking good. Oh, now somebody's walking around with one of those. There's like these homemade ice cream sandwiches here. I must be hungry. They look so good. Now it's day 4 and I want everything. I've had all these chances. Sounds like he's playing Move It On Over now. I just saw another dancer. So after we add the cinnamon, it also wants you to add some sugar, but I didn't bring sugar and I don't feel like it really needs sugar because those are already so sweet. So sweet. So, they're almost, have a look-see here. You can see how caramelized they're getting. The water is almost all gone now that I poured just a little bit off. I guess you just want to have them just covered with the water. I put a little too much in, but you can always pour off the extra, so no biggie. So I think I'm gonna add some cinnamon now. Now, you can add however much cinnamon you like. If you like a lot of cinnamon, put a lot of cinnamon in. I like a good bit of cinnamon. And I think it really goes nicely with the beef. Okay, so now once I put that in, and that water's really running out, so I'm going to turn it down to low and let that caramelize. Finish tying this container back together. Here, Willie, you're doing great. Nah. I'll have to find something else to tie that container together. Okay, so we're going here. We're really moving, so mix that together. Let's get some caramelizing action going. I see it starting already, so turn her down to low. Okay. Okay. Cinnamon here. So I don't have any way to cover this, and I don't know if I need to. Uh-oh, it just got like 10 shades darker. May start bringing down some of my big stuff. It starts to rain. So since this does have a little orange blossom water in it that I don't have, I would love to find some somewhere. I don't know where I could get some in the United States, probably in a big city, which I am not in. So I'll just add just a little regular water. Just a smidge. Okay, looking good, looking good. So we'll let that sit and caramelize and be back with you in a little while.